The couch felt empty when they sat together without a word. They sat on the couch, side by side, but far apart. No one said a thing. The quiet felt heavy, like a wall between them. Their eyes met for a moment, then dropped to the floor. Each thought the same. How did we get here? The TV hummed in the background, but no one watched. Their phones sat on the table, screen off. They both felt the space grow with every passing second. The room felt bigger and colder. Neither knew what to say first. They both wanted to fix it, but did not know how. After a long pause, one of them cleared their throat and asked, "How was your day?" The other looked up, surprised, and gave a small smile. They spoke of work tasks, a friend's joke, and a pen they lost. They spoke slowly, choosing each word. The one who asked kept their eyes on them, nodding now and then. The silence between sentences felt gentle this time. The room felt less heavy. Each word made the gap smaller. They both felt a soft relief as the words filled the air. The couch felt a little warmer with the sound of a voice. They decided to choose one night each week for a check-in. They turned off their phones and did not watch TV. They sat close, each with a warm drink in hand. They shared one good thing that happened and one small worry on their mind. One spoke of a smile from a friend. The other spoke of a deadline at work. They listened with care and offered kind words. After each check-in, they felt lighter and more connected. That weekly time became a safe place for honest talk. They looked forward to it each week, like a small gift. They began to leave tiny notes for each other in hidden spots. A small paper heart slipped into a book. A note that said, "Hi," stuck to the mirror. A quick "thinking of you" written on a sticky note by the coffee maker. Each note was simple but kind. When one found a note, a smile spread across their face. It felt like a little gift that did not cost much. The notes made mornings bright and afternoons warmer. They kept adding new spots to hide notes. Over time, the house felt full of small surprises. They started to say thank you for small things every day. They said thanks for making coffee in the morning. They said thank you for a warm hug after a long day. They sent a quick text that read, "Thanks for that." Each thank you felt warm and real. They noticed how good it felt to hear those words. It showed that they saw each other's effort and cared. The habit grew fast, and they said thank you more often. Their hearts felt lighter with each small word of thanks. The spark in their bond grew brighter with simple gratitude. They decided to try a new hobby together. First, they bought paints and tried painting simple pictures. They laughed when colors mixed in odd ways. Then they signed up for a dance class at the local center. They stumbled over each other's feet but kept smiling. Each small win, like a good brushstroke or a simple dance step, felt like a big victory. They cheered for each other, clapping and high-fiving. Learning side by side made them feel like a team. It was fun to try something new. The hobby nights became a special time to share laughs and growth. They set aside one night each week for a simple date. One week, they ordered takeout pizza and ate it on a blanket on the floor. Another week, they packed a small snack and took a walk in the park. They held hands as they strolled under the trees. They talked about dreams and silly ideas. They laughed at a funny bird or a stray leaf. Each date was easy and low cost, but it felt special. They looked forward to date night more than ever. The routine brought joy back to their time together. Each week, they chose a game to play together. Sometimes they played cards like Go Fish or Uno. Other times, they set up a board game on the table. Once they tried a silly video game that made them laugh at their own moves. They cheered when one won and teased each other when one lost. The room filled with laughter and friendly shouts. The games chased away the quiet that had settled before. After each game night, they felt closer and happier. They loved the simple joy of playing together. Game night became a bright spot in their week. Every morning, they stepped out to the balcony with their coffee. The sun was soft and the air was cool. They sat in quiet chairs and sipped slowly. They talked about their hopes for the day and shared silly dreams, like owning a boat or learning to surf. They also made small plans, like what to cook for dinner. The talk was light and kind. The balcony felt like a quiet world just for them. Each morning began with warmth and calm. They felt ready to face the day after those gentle moments together. They took sticky notes and wrote kind words on them. One read, "You're great." Another said, "Smile today." They stuck the notes on the bathroom mirror. Each time one looked in the mirror, they saw a small light of kindness. The notes made their mornings feel better. They felt stronger when they started the day with a kind word. Sometimes they added doodles, like a small sun or heart. The mirror became a place of cheer. Over time, the notes added up and covered the mirror with good thoughts. The simple act brought many smiles. During the day, they sent each other a quick text. Sometimes it was a funny gif that made the other laugh. Other times, it was a short note that said, "Thinking of you," or just a simple "hi" with a smiley face. The text broke up the workday and brought a warm moment. Their phones felt like small bridges between them. Each ping made them pause and smile. The midday check-in showed they cared, even when apart. By the end of the day, they felt closer because of those small messages. The habit added a spark to their daily lives. They made a deal to help each other with chores. When one saw dishes in the sink, they washed them. When one saw laundry piled up, they folded it. When the trash was full, one took it out. No one asked or waited for a request. They just did what needed to be done. Kindness spoke loud in those small acts. The house felt lighter and cleaner. They both felt relief when they came home to a neat space. Helping each other without asking showed they cared. The simple teamwork brought a warm feeling to their home. When one made a mistake, they said, "I'm sorry," right away. They meant it and spoke in a calm voice. The other said, "It's okay," with a kind smile. Forgiveness came easy between them. They did not let small mistakes turn into big fights. They talked it out and moved on. Each sorry and "it's okay" felt like a step forward. They learned that a quick apology can heal small cracks. Their trust stayed strong and safe. They both felt comfort in knowing they could admit mistakes and still be loved. That simple act kept their bond steady. In quiet moments, they reached for each other's hand. They held hands while walking down the street. They held hands on the couch as they watched TV. They held hands in the kitchen while cooking. A simple touch said, "I'm here for you." Their hearts felt safe and warm. The spark between them flickered back to life. They did not need words in those moments. The touch was enough. They found comfort in the gentle grip of each other's fingers. The habit of holding hands made them feel close, even when nothing else was happening. One evening, they decided to cook a simple meal together. They chopped vegetables side by side and stirred the sauce. They tasted the soup and added a pinch of salt. The kitchen got a bit messy, with flour on the counter and sauce on the floor. They laughed at each other's spills. Sharing the task felt good, like a small adventure. When the meal was ready, they set the table and ate with happy hearts. The food tasted better because they made it together. After dinner, they cleaned up as a team. Cooking became a time of joy. They planned a small trip together for the weekend. They chose a day at the beach with a small cooler of snacks, or sometimes they picked a short hike in the hills. They looked at maps and picked easy trails. They packed sandwiches, fruit and water. They set the date and marked it on their calendar. The future felt open and fun. They talked about what they would see and do. The planning brought excitement to their daily lives. They counted down the days until the trip. The shared plan gave them a new memory to look forward to. At the end of each day, they followed a small ritual. Sometimes they shared a long hug before bed. Other times, they left a note on the pillow that said, "Good night." Or they played a soft song and swayed in the dim light. The ritual was simple but full of care. In that moment, the spark between them felt alive and bright. They knew their love could stay strong if they kept doing these small acts. Each night ended with a feeling of closeness. They fell asleep with warm hearts, ready for another day together. Will they keep the spark alive forever? Please tell me your answer if you ever passed in this situation once in comment section. Like this video and also subscribe to this channel for more videos like this one. Thank you.